welcome back to another episode of Hollow Knight. The final episode before the final episode. Before we begin this video though, right now to the right of me, all of my cats are huddled up right now in one little bunch of fluffiness, and it's super cute, so I took a picture. So look at this. This is beautiful. Please appreciate it. Anyway, we have pretty much done it all in the game, except of course for our final challenge that we're gonna leave for the next episode. And with that, of course, you get a lot of achievements, as you can see here on this giant achievements list. But there are a few achievements out there that we didn't cover in this series yet. And you know, since this series is all about, you know, doing everything, showing everything, that is still something we need to do here, because there are a few achievements here that, you know, that you can just do on your first regular playthrough. We are going to cover all the achievements here. First of all, as a summary of what we did in this entire game, and second of all, to show you guys how to get those last achievements, because those are pretty hard and it's quite a bit of content that I still need to show off here, because we're finally, yes, we're finally gonna show off what Steel Soul mode is all about. Anyway, the achievements list here. Of course, I have everything already achieved here, because this is on my main game here with all my other save files that I actually played Hollow Knight on. But yeah, when you get specific achievements, these messages would pop up on your game, and then you would get them across all your save files. So that's why we didn't get to see them show up in our Let's Play, sadly. I mean, I could have resetted it, but I didn't want to reset my save files. So, starting off here, what you will see here is they'll have like a few achievements where it's like get a certain amount of this and then get half of this and then get all of this. Starting off with a few simple achievements like Protected and Mask by getting one mask and getting all the masks. Then Charmed, Enchanted and Blessed by getting the first charm, half of the charms and all the charms with Solura's Blessing. And also if you look at these logos right now, the charm ones show charms that are not charms in the game and are probably beta designs, because in the Enchanted one, for example, we see Dash Master, but we see other designs as well that are not in the game. Then we have Soulful and World Soul for one vessel fragment and all vessel fragments. And then we get to the achievements for all the main bosses here. So you get Falsehood for False Knight, Strength for Phil Champion, Test of Resolve, first Hornet fight, Proof of Resolve, second Hornet fight, Illumination, shout out to the Minion movie, Mortality, the Soul Tyrant, Release, the Broken Vessel, Peace, Lost Kin, Honor, Dung Defender, and as you'll see, there's no White Defender achievement yet. That's because they are in order of when they added them, because first we have all the base game achievements, and later on we get the DLC ones, so that's why the order is like that. Respect for the Mantis Lords, Obsession for the Collector, and Rivalry to defeat Zod in the Colosseum of Fools. And like I said plenty of times, the choices you can make in the game do eventually matter, because you can get an achievement for both of them. As for example, Rivalry for saving Zod and defeating him in the Colosseum, or neglecting him and leaving him to die. Anyway, then we got Attunement, Awakening and Ascension for collecting Essence. Yeah, you basically just gotta beat all the dream bosses and then you'll get there basically. Then we have Grub Friend and Metamorphosis for half of the grubs and all of the grubs. Really cute logos, by the way, and green as well. And then our second choice here, Purity and Happy Couple for killing the Nailsmith and letting the Nailsmith live. And like I said, if you want the Happy Couple one, you need to actually visit the Nailsmith in Shio's hut. Then we have Witness. You just have to talk to Quirrell here at the Blue Lake at the end of his journey, which is not hard because it's kind of required to do the whole thing pretty much. Solace to finish the flower quest and talk to Grey Mourner again. Execution to kill the Trader Lord. I don't know why that boss is separated here. Shout out to Trader Lord, I guess. Connection, half of the Stackways, and Hope, all of the Stackways and the Stack Nest. And then of course Teacher, Watcher and Beast for defeating all the Dreamers. Then we have Cartographer for acquiring all the maps of each area, and an achievement for every trial, the Warrior, the Conqueror and the Fool. And yeah, those are very much deserved because those are pretty hard. And then here at the end we have the ending achievements for the Hollow Knight. The first one we got, and the Sealed Siblings for, you know, fumbling the bag, and Dream No More by defeating the Radiants. And we have Void, which is required to get Dream No More. So that is everything we already did in the Let's Play, of course. But next up is something actually pretty difficult and that you definitely need a good plan for. That is speedrun 1 and 2. Complete the game in under 10 or 5 hours. And we're gonna go for the speedrun 2, of course, because you're gonna get both of them. Complete the game under 5 hours. Now that is a little crazy, right? Because that's fast. Killing the Hollow Knight under 5 hours? How is that possible? It's all about routing. If you know which route to take, you can do this easily in an hour, and then you have 4 hours to spare. But which route do you have to take? Well, there's actually a really good Steam guide here on how to get it. And no, this is not like a guide where you have to use crazy glitches or anything to do crazy skips. No, this is all just pretty much vanilla gameplay. Anyone can do it, and it is a super good route. Just look up Steam guides, a 5-hour speedrun, this is the title, and you'll get this amazing detailed guide here. You even have a video guide by Fireborn here. Here you get a bunch of important tips like focus on safety, not speed. This is real. Dying is very unoptimal. Get geo from relics and chests, not basic enemies, and a bunch of others. And then you also have a route overview on your big major goals to eventually do it. And then every segment is all drawn out here on the map, which is super useful because you can just pretty much look at that map and play the game at the side and just follow that little route. And then you have their little numbers here saying what you need to do at every point, like getting Fear of the Fallen and Georock, and just following that route like that. And then you have that for every little segment here. So you go to Green Path, Fungal Waste, and so on and so forth until you get to the end into Hollow Knight. I can say with confidence this guide is so good, I did it in an hour or 2. And that's the beauty of it. You get 5 hours to do this. So in those 3 leftover hours, you can get more upgrades, you can get more charms, whatever you want to help you more defeating the bosses. Because yes, this route is very optimal and gets very little like extra equipment. The only thing you're getting here is pretty much 1 nil upgrade here. You'll get like Descending Dark with Shaman Stone, which is really broken anyway, so that's probably already enough. But yes, you can use those 3 extra hours to get more masks, to get more nil upgrades, and that's exactly what I did as well. And you'll be fine. And I would say it's a pretty fun challenge to do, so I would say go ahead, try this. After waiting for Silksong for so long, we gotta get all the achievements right. That's it for those. Then you have completion, achieve 100% game completion, which was first the full game before we got 12 more %. And then also speed completion, achieve 100% game completion in under 20 hours. Now, I will just say right away, 20 hours is a lot. If you look at our Let's Play file right here, yes, it's 40 hours, which is double the time. But we also did everything and also all the unnecessary things like the journal, and we showed off everything in this Let's Play. And I also did a lot of waiting around in my save file for YouTube stuff. Because as you see right here, this Steel Soul file is where I did my 100% speedrun. I did it in 6 hours, so you have enough time. And we also have the luxury to skip 12% because you only need 100 for this one. Now, which 12% is the best to skip? Basically, all you gotta know is every main boss gives a percentage. Every charm gives a percentage, so those are really easy percentages to get. Every trial of the Colosseum gives a percentage. Every dreamer gives a percentage, which is required. Every dream nail upgrade is a percentage. Every movement upgrade is 2%. Every mask is a percentage, every nail art is a percentage, every nail upgrade is a percentage, every spell is a percentage, every soul vessel is a percentage, and every dream warrior is a percentage. And every pantheon is a percentage. Now I here skipped, for example, like I got most charms here because those are really easy. I skipped like Lifeblood Core because that just is really annoying to do. I skipped the entire King Soul thing because I didn't want to go through White Palace because that takes a long time. So I suggest you skipping that as well. And I didn't get all the grubs, because that's why I didn't have this one. So I do recommend you getting the rest of the charms, because those are really easy. I skipped 1 mask and 1 soul vessel. I didn't want to do the flower quest and stuff. I don't know why I skipped this soul vessel one, but it's not required. That was already there. I did do the entire nail here, because I wanted to kill the nailsmith, you know, for the other achievement. And for the pantheons, I did 2. I don't know why I didn't do the second one. I guess I missed a boss there that I didn't unlock. I mean, we can check it out if we want. Let's see. Marmu, I didn't do... Why did I do Marmu? Okay, I just didn't do Marmu. But yeah, pantheons are really free percentages, at least like the first 3-ish ones, because like it ties in with getting boss percentages and then doing a pantheon after that as well for another percentage. Really just do what sees fit for you. You just grab a list of all the percentages from the wiki, see what works fastest. Again, 20 hours is more than enough. If you just not sleep around while you're playing the game, you should be getting this easily. And then we finally get to Steel Soul. Finish the game in Steel Soul mode. which is playing the game without dying. And there's also a Steel Heart achievement, which is 100% game completion in Steel Soul mode. Now, compared to speed completion, if you want to do Steel Soul 100%, which is actually the least gotten achievement in the entire game, probably because it's quite a commitment. I like that we're all in God Home here now, wow. Let's make a Steel Soul save file here. No reviving, death is permanent. Instead of going for the fastest percentages, you're gonna have to go for the safest percentages. And there is a lot of neat little Steel Soul tricks here that will make you have the safest playthrough and do it in one run guaranteed. Anyway, we're gonna skip this. The game is pretty much exactly the same in Steel Soul mode, except for a few little things. What happens if you die? Imagine you just started playing the game, and also this is our new health bar. It looks very fancy. And you see this first enemy, and you're like, oh, how do I deal with it? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. If you're at 1 health and you're about to get hit, and you get hit, there's nothing you can do. The moment you get hit right there, there's no point in closing the game or doing anything. The game saves your game right away and it's over. Game over. In a tempting defeat, one proves their courage. May your shade at last find rest. 2 little music pieces were playing together. And yeah, then it forces you to delete your save. Yep, you click on it, clear save. Yes. But what is there to Steel Soul? Well, luckily I have an entire 100% complete Steel Soul save file. I'll give you plenty of tips on how to play this game as safe as possible to do this guaranteed first try, because this is, in my opinion, really easy to cheese. The easiest way to never die in Steel Soul mode ever is if you're ever in a pickle. Okay, bro just jumped off, and you're ever on low health and you are about to die, press plus and click quit to menu, and you will be brought back to a bench and fully healed. Now, there is some controversy to this move by its quote-unquote cheating, because, you know, you were supposed to die but you chickened out. This is an in-game feature that it allows you to do. The game is already pretty mean by hard saving you right away the moment you take that last hit. Use whatever you need to stay alive. Now, of course, if you want to give yourself that challenge, don't do that. But that's all up to you. I personally didn't care for actually challenging myself. I just wanted to get that achievement. And to be fair, if I am a little bit more patient, then I could do it easily as well. It's just a lot of time you need to sink into this. Completing the entire game 100% without dying. And if you fail once, you need to do it all over again. Better just to be safe than sorry, in my opinion. So use that whenever you are in a pickle. But it doesn't just mean you're always safe, because you gotta pay attention to a few things here. For example, famously in Queen's Gardens, because this is where it happened to me, you have enemies and spikes. If you get hit by an enemy, you can get thrown into the spikes and get 2 damage out of it. You can also, of course, get 2 damage from double damage enemies. But keep this in mind. There are a few spots where double damage is very likely to happen. So if you're ever at 2 health, for example, in situations like this right now, and you're about to climb up here, for example, better to be safe than sorry. Now, right here, I'm next to a bench, for example, but if you're not, just quit to menu again. Even if it brings you all the way back to somewhere, just do it. You don't want to die and do it all over again. This way, you'll always stay safe and pretty much can never die. Now, there are a few things to know though, especially for the people that don't want to quit out. If you are about to fight a dream boss, you can just relax and do whatever you want, because in a dream, you don't actually die, you just get kicked out of the dream. So I am fully allowed to die in this arena in Steel Soul mode and still be alive after that. So hello White Defender, I didn't do him in this save file, as you can see. So let me just die here. I'm super scared now actually. But yes, boom, you just get kicked out of the dream and nothing happens and you can keep trying. And also that brings me to another point. Always just use your fragile charms, because you're only allowed to die once anyway. so you're never gonna break them. So always just equip strength at all times and equip hearts if you want. Get those as fast as possible, because you're not gonna lose them. Beware, because there are 2 places where for some reason in a dream you do actually die, and that is in the Radiance fight. You should definitely not do if you're going for Steel Soul 100%, by the way, because final bosses do not give percentages. But yes, Radiance actually kills you, even though it is in a dream, and the entirety of White Palace. That's why I also suggest skipping King Soul and stuff. Yes, for some reason, White Palace is a dream world. It kills you. And it's actually one of the tragic moments when I first saw my sister like playing Hollow Knight, and I wasn't really into the game just yet. I saw her lose her Steel Soul run right in front of me by dying in White Palace because she thought she was safe. How unfortunate. Dying in God Home though doesn't matter again. So you can do the Pantheons and get free percentages there, which is weird because White Palace does, but God Home doesn't. If you just do that and do everything safe, you should just get to 100% pretty easily. And then, of course, you gotta complete the game to get the percentage. Of course, just go for the regular ending. Hello, Nim. Oh yeah, this is a save where I killed Sode, so Bretta's just still here. And I banished the Grim Troop here. I went for all the other achievements in this one. I don't think it's the least gotten achievement because of how difficult it is. It is difficult, of course, but not like the hardest achievements here. It's just a lot of time commitment. And most people just don't want to try again after they die. But that is not everything to Steel Soul. There is a little more. There are a few changes in this game that are not in the regular game. There's just a few differences that are actually pretty cool. Of course, you can't die in this game, right? So what is even the purpose of GG anymore for getting your shade back? Well, that's the thing. GG is completely replaced in Steel Soul mode. So using a simple key here to open this door again, you actually have a nice useful feature exclusive to Steel Soul mode. And that is Jin here, which actually has a different room here completely. And you just gotta wake her up. G. A completely new character, very shiny, very fitting for the team of Steel Soul. Let's see what they have to say. That is very cute. Is it here, waking Jin? Observed, small, dull, no soul, long shadow, it is blank, but brave. Does it bring offering? Jin has only many small shiny things, useless to Jin, but will trade for a wonderful gift. A problem, it did not bring the gift Jin wants, no trade can occur, none. Will it seek out the gift Jin wants? The horrible, round, disgusting gift will it return? Jin will be waiting. I think we all know what they are talking about, the rancid eggs. So just like GG, they want rancid eggs as well. They also have dream dialogue actually. Does Jin dream? What purpose? Mine? To serve enough? So if we get some rancid eggs here. I have eggs now. Hello. Jin. It came back. Does it remember Jin? Will it offer a gift? Trade for useless shinies? Would it offer a gift so wonderful to Jin? You can give your rancid eggs to Jin. Gift is horrible gift. Disgusting. But Jin knows ones who appreciates. Friend of Jin. Eats nasties, loves nasties, shall accept, shall provide. Shinies for tiny it. Good to give shinies, less burden for Jin. You get a bunch of Geo out of it. And that is just for 1 egg. So if I keep giving more, yes sir, you get more out of it. I don't know the exact amounts. Is it random or does it like accumulate? No, it seems pretty random. But yes, for every egg you give, you get a good chunk of money. Around 400 is the same price for like a Hollow Nest seal. Like 455 here, damn. And this allows you to sell your eggs to get more money quicker, to buy more upgrades quicker as well, and make your life a little easier. So, as soon as you have a few eggs, go here, sell them for money. As for the final change though, you guys remember Tuck, right? It was a character that was, you know, hoarding around here in the Royal Waterways, which could pretty much give you endless rancid eggs, if you paid a little bit of money. So, doesn't that just mean you get endless money in this game? Because like you could buy them and then sell them. It's like stonks, big stonks, right? Well, something happened to Tuck. The infection spread here. And Tuck is officially no more. And this is only in Steel Soul. You do get 1 free rancid egg, but Not endless though. Help me find. So yeah, that is the way they prevent you from getting endless stonks. And those are the only Steel Soul differences in the entire game. Otherwise, the entire game is the exact same. So, good luck, soldiers. You gotta get that Steel Soul achievement. Again, after waiting so long for Silksong, you can't just be like, oh no, I haven't done everything in Hollow Knight. Come on, get to it. And when finishing Steel Soul mode on any ending, doesn't matter how many percentage you got, you get the Steel Soul background, which is pretty alright, pretty cool. Just a nice way to show that you've beaten it. Otherwise, I don't, it's meh. And that brings us back here to the achievement list. And now we also have covered Steel Soul and Steel Heart. And with that, I think the rest is all things we already covered in the Let's Play. So let's see. We have Keen Hunter and True Hunter for getting all the Hunter journal entries and getting all the, you know, the episode. We did an entire episode for that one. The Hunter's Mark. Passing of the Age, 8 the Herald in Moving On. I guess it's a Herald. Look at that creepy logo right there. This is the first logo that's actually like pretty detailed here. Yes, the Mr. Mushroom one we got last episode. You only get this one after getting a ending, no matter which one. So we're still gonna have to see what Mr. Mushroom has to offer for us. So those are all the base game achievements. After that, the Hidden Dreams got added. And then you have Defeat White Defender, Memory, and Dark Romance for Grey Prince Zode. And then after that, the Grim Troop got added with Grand Performance, Ritual, and Banishment for killing Troop Leader Grim and Nightmare King Grim, and of course the Banishment one. So you have a choice again here for Ritual or Banishment. And then last but not least, the Godmaster DLC with an achievement for every Pantheon: Brotherhood, Inspiration, Focus, Soul, and Shade. And with the final two achievements being Embrace the Void, which is the last Pantheon, and Pure Completion, which we already do have actually, if we just finished the game somewhere. But yes, by achieving 112% in any ending, you get that one. So join me next time in the finale of Hollow Knight, where we're gonna ascend to the final Pantheon, show off the last secrets that Godmaster has to offer, because there's still actually quite a lot in the final big episode. Get ready for the finale. And hopefully after that, we get Silksong. Anyway, thank you for watching. And subscribe.